2, 1, go. Welcome to the Port Entertainment. Thank you for joining me today. I got a special guest. I met her through one of my friends, Retro Kid. Some of you heard about him.
That's right.
Her name is Sottie.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Chilling. Good to be here.
Yeah,
you know,
so
good vibes.
Yeah.
You know, definitely.
Yeah, I like your hat.
Thank you.
I like
you
your
know,
outfit.
Thank you.
See, I was trying to like over here.
You good. You fresh. Like,
Not as fresh as you.
nah, stop.
Like the camos.
Yeah, you gotta come. We about to talk about self-love, so we about to start a revolution, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a
Octavio,
topic.
He got me in here ready.
Yeah, we're here in the studio, man. You know, we got the keyboards out here. That's gonna be for later. We're gonna make some music too, man. We might be hitting the studio more often.
Soon, yes.
But today, we're gonna focus on self-love.
Self-love.
I think that's very important. You brought it up because you know
It's kind of like two minds think alike, you know what I mean? It was like he brought it up, I brought it up at the same time, you know what I'm saying? And that was the crazy part. That means it's much needed to be talked about.
I brought up that new Kendrick Lamar album.
Yeah, Father's Time.
And then when you said self-love, it reminded me of one of his songs.
Absolutely.
I love myself. Remember that? I love myself. Something like that.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
Dang,
it's a good one.
I'm under a
Kendrick.
rock.
No. That new Kendrick is really good.
I
If you haven't
check
checked it out,
I'm
highly
listen to
recommended.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a.
He never disappoints me.
I mean, To Pimp a Butterfly was really good.
Right.
But he's actually starting part of the revolution too, the self-love revolution.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Like he's doing his whole album is all about like one of the songs that I told you was Father Time.
Yeah.
And it talks about how guys with daddy issues, we usually think about women with daddy issues.
Yeah. Right.
I'm like, nah, like guys, like a lot of us grow up without a father.
Right.
So yeah, of course we're gonna have daddy issues. So, you know, and but self-love.
But you know what? I like that you brought that up though. Because it is kind of unfair that everybody's just focused on the women being fatherless rather than the young men. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it affects you no matter what gender you are.
Yeah.
And how about like when you like a father who be there, right? But they're not there emotionally. They're like emotionally unavailable, but they're present.
Yeah.
Would that count just as bad as somebody not being there?
I feel like it does.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I would talk from my experience. My father was there, but like, you know, it was times where like, I don't know if everyone goes through it, but it was a point where you blame your parents for, like you see other people's parents. You know, you growing up, you're like, how come you're not like them? You know?
Now like why you don't communicate like them?
Yeah,
you know,
how come
why
you
not? Yeah, I feel that. Why you don't support me? Like, yeah.
But
That's true.
it's that generational stuff where their parents didn't really pass it down.
That's true. They learned hard, so
we're over here breaking generational curses.
Absolutely. I'm always down for that.
Yeah. So,
Always
and
down
this is where it starts. Self-love.
This is where it starts. Self-love. Yes.
All right. What's one thing you want to bring up about self-love?
I mean, it's kind of like to love yourself is to know yourself.
Whoa! Great minds think alike.
You were thinking that?
Yeah. That's actually what I was gonna say.
Like that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That really is what it is. Other than healing, you gotta know who you are, and I feel like
in order for you to love yourself, you gotta know who you are.
Exactly. How can you really love yourself if you don't know yourself?
Yeah, know thyself. You know, Sun Tzu. You know the book Art of War.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I heard of that. Right.
Yeah.
I heard that's a really good book. But you know what? Like you said, like honestly, we live in a generation where it's becoming selfish in a bad way. Like it's selfless and selfish at the same time because they're worried about the wrong things. They're not worrying about healing. They're not worrying about what do I like. They're worried about how do I look rather than how do I feel.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? What interests me rather than this is trendy, let me go follow and not be a leader. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like they run away from learning who they are because they try to fit in. And that's why at the end of the day, you be depressed because it's like, this doesn't fulfill me on the inside. When you by yourself no matter how much you fake, it's never going to fulfill you. Like, you want to be who you are, and you want to be accepted for who you are. So it's really a tricky thing.
If you don't know yourself, you're gonna get into situations where like you don't know who you are. You don't know what you like. You don't know, especially self-love comes to like respecting yourself.
Right.
So you gotta get into situations where you're gonna like get disrespected.
Right.
You know, you're gonna
That's
get
a good
taken
point.
advantage of.
I know that was me.
Oh, my 20s were me.
Man, I know that was me. Like, Octavio, like, I feel like I'm still trying to find ways of being just like you said. Like, to love yourself, you gotta protect yourself. And you don't love yourself right, you're not protecting yourself. You're gonna attract all these leeches, predators, parasites, you know, and you be like, dang, like, why can't I attract some good people? You know what I mean? And it's like, you just, I don't know. It's not that I intentionally mean to attract these people. It's just that at the end of the day, when you're not right with yourself, nothing's gonna go right. That's just what life show you.
I mean, sometimes like you attract like when you're like you try to heal people, you attract people that are hurt. Like sometimes you can't help but attract those. Yeah, it could. Yeah, it's draining.
It's draining. Because what do you get out the deal? Like when you're healing people, it's like. I mean, like, thanks.
I mean, yeah, you meet people and you want to be there for them.
Right.
But then like, are they pulling you down with them? You know?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and sometimes they don't even recognize that you're trying to help them. It's like they think you're trying to, just because you want them to improve, they think you're trying to change them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to make you a different person. I'm just trying to show you how to be a better you. You feel me?
Yeah, better you.
Like, I don't know. Self-love is definitely something that is
so
essential.
There's some ways that we can like get to know ourselves better. Or is it just like through trial and error, you know, like
trial and error definitely show you.
Do we have to hit ourselves like against the wall? Do we have to go through those like bad relationships?
No, I mean, that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? That's life. However, if you spend time with yourself, more time with yourself, by yourself, you know what I mean? Like, you need alone time.
Do you write?
Yeah, I write.
Yeah.
I like writing,
I feel like reading, writing, in like actually thinking, you know, reflecting on why you did what you did. Like I started to reflect a lot.
So accountability.
Yeah.
Good and the bad, because you know people only want to be held accountable for the good, but it takes a real one to know, like, I got these flaws, I got these toxic traits, and it's not always your fault. It's what you learn through your family, through your friends, through your environment, and you pick up on that. And then you, like you said, generational curses. Yeah. It's not your fault.
We gotta break that. Yeah, a lot of things we inherit, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like
the bad traits that, you know, like maybe our parents weren't the best communicators, you know?
Yeah, it's not their, I mean, it is by default.
Yeah. Like, sometimes, like, them being strict or them being, like, just trying to, like, basically, it's for your own good type of raise you in a certain way, but it's really not beneficial in the long run, you know?
It might come off belittling. Teaching.
And then it kind of, like, leaves you in this like shell instead of like you don't like when you grow up and to the real world you just like I'm just gonna stay here, you know, this is who I am. Like you stop like this is what, and this is another thing I want brought up. Like a lot of times we like, oh, it's who I am, I can't change.
Exactly, that's,
you know, you like mindset, you keep with your bad traits and everything. Like it's who I am.
This is who it is. Like it.
I just got a bad temper, you know.
Yeah, like settling and not. I like to say people's greatness is limitless. You know, so if you think of yourself like that, you can really.
And I want to surround myself with more people that think like that.
Yeah, no, because I mean,
you have to, right?
Your vibe, your aura, Octavio, speaks a lot before you speak, and like that welcomes. You welcomed me when I met you. You know what I mean? You could have been a prick, you know, but he wasn't, guys. He wasn't a prick.
Yeah, you were nice too.
You know what I mean? It's also about embracing and wanting to like. Get around some different stuff, like the same stuff over and over. It gets corny. Repetition.
Oh yeah.
That's corny.
I mean, eventually you gotta like you want to do those things that like bring you joy instead of like doing what other people are doing what the crowd is doing, like clubbing and drinking and all that shit.
Corny, man. You be wasting your money on nothing.
I wasted plenty of time doing it.
Yeah, no, you know what? Honestly, I never, like, even when I did have fun, it was just like, why am I doing this? Like,
Right.
like why?
Right.
Go home.
Not too long ago, like I went to the clubs and I was in the middle of the club, just like I felt like that TikTok video where like they had the filter where like people are jumping around you,
right? And you just sitting there,
yeah,
like the Drake memes when he just be like this, everybody having fun, and you just like, why am I here?
Yeah,
and
like we're
after
doing
a while,
this again.
You see people doing this, they're not even like engaging in the club. They just be staring at people, grilling them. Yeah, I'd be like, this is not a vibe, man. It's not. It's really not.
It's following the crowd, really.
Nah.
Man, I'm done with it. Like, I mean, it's like if you have something to celebrate, you know, go celebrate. You know, go have a good time. Like if you go like on vacation, go out, have fun. But yeah, like you don't have to go to a club. Like that's cool. That's cool. Like go to a concert, go see someone that you love, like listening to their music. You know, have a drink or two. But oh my God, I used to get wasted for no damn reason.
Dang, you really don't even seem like that. Like,
yeah.
That's crazy.
My 20s, I was lost. Actually,
I feel you.
Yeah, you gotta lose yourself to find yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and I definitely lost myself.
Right. Yeah, I lost myself too. I lost myself. This is you meeting me at me finding myself. Like I was just lost like yesterday. Like you know.
Oh
what I mean?
yeah, to me it was like an uphill battle. Like trying to like, it came to a point where like hitting rock bottom.
Right.
And you hit rock bottom again. But then like after so many times, you're like, I gotta start changing. I gotta like
something. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there was a point where I did. End up behind bars, like 3 months.
Yeah.
And that actually changed my life.
Right.
I can actually tell you what changed my life.
What changed your life?
When I was locked up, I called my dad.
Right.
And he told me that my mom was crying because I was locked up, and she never shows any emotions.
Wow.
So that's when I realized that my actions were hurting them.
Yeah.
Not only that instance, but everything that I was doing prior to that. Like I wasn't not aware of how much what I was doing was affecting them. Like I was not coming home. Like you know, like. Was
it depression that was making you feel like?
No, just like they know.
Just being around the wrong crowd.
They know what life was about. You know, like doing what other people were doing. Like maybe this is what life is about.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I guess that's why a lot of people. That's why we got a lot of like people like joining gangs, trying to fit in. You know.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, like seeing like, oh, I guess this is what everybody else is doing, so this is what I'm gonna do too.
Right.
And usually when you go in there like that, you just like clueless, so you just do.
Like, how was the whole like?
Yeah, the depression was after.
Oh,
depression was like. After like the results from, I wasn't getting anything out of it. Like, what's the point of it? I was just losing money.
You was regretting that shit.
Yeah, like having like bad nights of hangovers and throwing up, embarrassment and shit like that.
Yeah, I feel you. I can honestly say I can relate to that. Like, this is when I was like I was in college, you know what I mean, and everybody just wanted to do this stuff, and I'm an old soul. I'll tell you, like I'm really an old soul, so it's like. Even when I was doing it, it was like my body was like, stop. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just like everybody always seem like they want to have fun when you like on and you falling and tripping, people recording you. It's embarrassing. Like, and of course our parents is gonna look at that like, yo, what? They're embarrassing you. You think this is a joke?
I mean, your parents are trying to save you from that. You know?
They're trying to save you from humiliation and regret, you know?
Yeah.
You know? And everything is not for the media. You know what I mean? Everything is not for the apps. And I think everybody want to be seen, but it's how you're being seen. Like, you know what I mean? You want to be seen like that? Not really. Like, maybe so.
Yeah, and then you become a product of your environment, you know.
Right, yeah.
I was I grew up in Texas, and I became a product of like the music that I listened to. Like everyone was like listening to the same music, like Dirty South music, like Pimp C, like being a player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Rest up, Pimp C.
yeah. He had good music. He had a lot of, he spit a lot of facts.
Right.
Like he talked a lot about like coming together, like instead of like beefing with each other.
Yeah.
Like he brought Pimp C and Lil Flip together.
Right, yeah. I remember Lil Flip.
Yeah, Lil Flip and he felt love.
Is E40 out there too? No, not E40.
E40, right. Oh, he's from
ATL.
From the West Coast.
Oh, the West. Oh,
from
crap.
Oakland, somewhere over there.
Shoot, I'm way off. I'm sorry.
Nah, Zero. I don't know if you know Zero, but he's one of the legends in Texas. Mm-hmm. You grew up in Philly, right?
Yeah, West Philly, Southwest.
Who's the legends over here?
Honestly,
There's
like I said, I'm under a rock, man. I mean, the people I like is like the legends over here. They will probably tell you Will Smith and Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying?
They're different type of legends.
You know, like
not musically.
You're not musically like. You're asking the wrong person.
No, but yeah, it's a lot of talent.
It's a lot of talent
that comes out of Philly.
A lot of underground talent. I wish Philly starts showing each other more love. There's so much talent out here.
Oh yeah.
It's just that, like I said, self-love comes with support. When you love yourself, you can willingly support somebody else and be confident. You know what I mean? If you don't have that stuff, they might think they do, because a lot of times people think confidence is conceit. It's not. You know, just because you conceited, that's not confident. That's insecure and arrogant. You know what I mean? When you confident, you can show love to somebody else and be completely comfortable. But it's just like a lot of hate.
What do you think about like dealing with like? I feel like when you don't love yourself, you like have that jealousy and envy.
Absolutely, because you're not looking at yourself like, wow, that person did that, I can do it too. You know what I mean? You're looking at it like, I can't do it. I'm mad that I can't do it, and I'm mad that that person is doing it, rather than just learning, accent. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and we don't want to admit that we feel like that.
It's kind of like when you went in like back in the day, you in elementary, and you don't get everything the teacher said, but you too afraid to raise your hand and ask for help in front of the crowd.
Oh,
Because you don't want nobody to be like, it's 2 + 2. Like, you be like, dang, like, I didn't get it though. You know, sometimes it's just, I don't know. Like,
it's the pressures of society, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It
starts in classrooms. You know, it's like you don't want to raise that hand.
That hand.
Oh, I used to be embarrassed all the time.
They'll bid on you. Like, what you mean you don't get it? Like, you be like,
right.
I should never raise my hand.
Yeah, like, I just not gonna know.
But you know what, Octavio? I'm going to tell you all this. What made me know that I didn't love myself is the relationships I was with. I mean, like, the relationships I've been in. And I'm not pointing the finger. It's just what I tolerated.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, and I know the person that I would deal with wouldn't tolerate what I tolerated. It's
the
like,
person you are now?
It's okay, you cheated. Oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cheating. It's supposed to happen. You know, or
this part of a relationship.
You know, you're supposed to flirt in front of my face. Like, no, you gotta, like, when you really love yourself, it's like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
No beef. It's just, go ahead. I gave too many chances to people who didn't deserve it and who didn't love me, because they knew, like, they could do that to me. They knew I wasn't. People know when you don't love yourself the way you're supposed to either. Like, it's really never hitting.
Yeah.
It's never really hitting.
It's hard. Like, I mean, I know people that, like, I've been in relationships where, like, I tolerated things that I should not tolerate.
Right, yeah.
You know? And sometimes I was a pleaser. Like, so there's the other side of it. That's the other side of it, you know?
I was a fucking pleaser.
I was doing all these things. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
I was just saying I was doing all these things to like keep that person, you know.
Right.
And it wasn't good enough, or like to. Sometimes I
feel that so much, y'all.
Yeah.
I feel that so much, like that he's speaking the truth, and I know y'all feel it too, like.
I mean, you are as well. Like we're just being honest. We're being vulnerable, and that's another word, being vulnerable.
Yeah.
That actually. They say that guys shouldn't be vulnerable. That it's okay for women to be vulnerable, but then guys, like I see both sides of the equation. You know, where like a man's supposed to like not show their emotions and all this. They still preaching that.
Man up.
I thought it was like people start preaching that, but I still see people on Instagram, people on social media preaching that, and I think you're not supposed to be like. Oh, like
into your feelings.
You just gotta be connected with your feelings.
Yeah, but you can't express it too much.
No, you just have to like as a guy, like we're not as emotional. Like we don't. Sometimes we're like not aware of our emotions compared to a woman. A woman are more in tune with their emotions,
Right.
and sometimes it's good and bad. And it's with a guy, like when you ignore your emotions, it's kind of like they come
It's
out.
like a time bomb.
They come out when, and then you end up like in a situation where they just come out at the wrong time. You end up like maybe doing like a crime that you shouldn't do, getting into a situation you shouldn't do.
That's true. That's true.
So it's like to say like don't be emotional, but like don't ignore your emotions neither. You know, you gotta
definitely not. You deserve to feel whatever you're valid. Your feelings is valid. Like, and like you said, they do walk around like, oh man up. Like you're supposed to just bottle everything. Like it's a lot that y'all go through.
I mean, look at thugs. Thugs is just a man that like ignoring their emotions.
Right.
That's why I realized, man, like you just
trying to be too hard.
Yeah.
To the point where it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean and that's how we deal with like not knowing ourselves and that self-love part. You know, we don't know ourselves. So.
But I want your opinion though, Octavio. Like, since we brought up the relationship thing, right? Because I like how you said about the guys expressing their feelings and stuff like that. But this is for the women and the men. Like, if you don't love yourself, right, and you date people, how do you know that you love them? You know, because it's like if you really was your true self and you like healthy, like would you even like this person? Would you even be attracted to this person if you was at your best? Would you still claim that as like a valid relationship?
Oh, that's actually very interesting and
kind of go up and down.
Good
for
question.
Me, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, relationships are difficult because first you gotta be like for a relationship to be a successful relationship, you have to be yourself. Well, you have to be like healed. Like basically, like are you giving enough time for you to like be healed? Like sometimes we jump from relationship to relationship and we're just taking with us like the baggage.
And more baggage too, like more wounds. Because somebody's going to do something. You know what I'm saying? It's going to add on to what you didn't forgive yourself for.
And we're afraid of being by ourselves.
Yeah. That's why I said time. Once you have that strength to say, I want to be by myself. And you do fun things by yourself, hobbies by yourself, and you like enjoy yourself by yourself. Yeah. You get to say, all right, you get to be like are you with that person because you're afraid you want to be with them, or you just don't want to be alone? Exactly. And like I don't want to be with somebody because I don't want to be alone. Like
because then you start ignoring the red flags.
Yeah. Oh no, you be ignoring the red flags and you be adding on to them too. Like like for real. Like I don't know. Like I had became addicted to some self having time to myself, like.
That's the other side of it. Like, you don't want to be like hyper independent. You know, that's the other side. Right. Where you just like, I don't need anybody. You know, I'm good on my own.
Arrogant. Yeah. Yeah. It becomes arrogant.
Like women, like it's a lot of women like that actually. Like.
Oh yeah, I be lying.
With the feminist movement. You know?
Oh God, yes, they just overdo it. I'm sorry, we shouldn't be saying that, but I'm just saying like, no, it's a balance to everything. I feel like anything can be over. Like you can overdo anything. Like
it's like a woman's still gotta be a woman. You can't be like with the feminist movement. I support it. Like like for like women supposed to have all this like they're supposed to be equal. Like but at the same time you can't. Like a woman and a man are
they're
just
not equal.
We're just different.
Biologically, we're not equal. Like,
but what a woman can do, a man can't do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like a woman is really good at nurturing. Like a woman gotta be connected with, no matter what, they gotta be connected with their feminine nature. Like I have some books that I read. Like I've been reading a lot of books. Right. And like guys like masculine nature, but we have feminine traits too. No, y'all
definitely do, and it's good when y'all have both.
And it's about exactly, and it's the other way around. Like a woman can take care of herself. She can change the attire, you know. She can like do all this stuff. A guy can cook. Like a guy can wash dishes. Like
I don't understand why they make it so difficult. Like
you see Kevin Samuels, what he was preaching.
Oh man, like honestly, like
R.I.P. to him, by the way.
He had everybody hot. Like Like his
Yeah.
approach was a bit much for me. Like sometimes I agreed to what he would say, but I felt like it was a lot of like derogatory comments that was unnecessary, and I just feel like that's the media, period. He's not the only one. You know, I just wish people came together respectfully.
Yeah, you know what I realized about men like that is they want to keep women in a box, like or in a certain distance. Like another guy, I don't know their name, where I forgot his name. Where he like it's all about keeping women on rotation. I'm and then whenever they they start tripping, like get them out, like.
Dang.
And to me, that's like
shoes. Like what the hell?
Like what about what Tupac said? You know, like in his song, like we came from a woman. You know, we were brought into this world by by a woman. As in like is like you have to love woman and give her space. Like women as in like in general, not just one woman.
Yeah,
like
in general, yeah.
Like you can't just basically why are you like putting women like this woman's supposed to be this, woman's supposed to be that?
Right,
no, like woman's supposed to be like.
Don't put them in a category. Don't put them in like. I feel you like, but women can't do that with men either. Nowadays, they think men is just supposed to buy Birkins and pay bills.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's just like, come
Something
on, y'all.
money.
Like, honestly, I feel like we're not respecting each other. I don't care what gender you are. It's a lot of different genders now, and I respect that. But I'm just saying, like,
same.
It's like human rights. You feel me? Like it's like we are created by a higher power. It's higher than our parents. You feel me? A woman come from a man just like a man come from a woman because we needed the father. You know what I mean? So it's like we both have essential roles in life, and we must respect that we are very much different, but very much so alike. And we're the differences that we need. Like. The man is supposed to protect, the woman is supposed to nurture.
Yeah, it's a lot of genders.
You know what I mean?
I respect, like, I think.
I don't even be knowing all of them. So I just respect all pronouns, genders. I don't know.
I feel like this is a controversial topic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got into it with one of my friends. Like, he's another heterosexual guy, and he's like a big supporter of like the transgender movement and for equal rights. And I was more like, it's only two genders and all this, but then
I wanted to beat you up.
No, like I also preach like you can be whatever you want, you can do whatever you want with your body. Like you can get any tattoo that you want. If you want to change your body, you can change your body. But then like
I feel like
it comes to self-love.
I mean, but you respectful. Like you only talking about what you know. You know, since you don't really know that much, you don't really go into it.
Like it gets into like. I want to preach about manhood because I feel like more youth need to be preached about manhood.
Right.
Like, what does it take to be a man? Like, I struggle. Like, what the hell is a man? Like, we don't even know what defines a man or what defines a woman anymore.
Right. Yeah. Because everybody is just tripping. Tripping, man. I mean, like, we don't even know if the butts is real anymore.
Right.
Like, we don't know.
But is that goes back to self-love.
Self-love, exactly. If you love yourself, you wouldn't need the, I don't know.
Yeah. Same, what about our bodies? Do we love our bodies?
Yeah.
The bodies that God gave us?
Self-love is accepting the flaws. You feel me?
Yeah.
Physical, when you love yourself, it's like, all right, this is what it is. I didn't like that I was short. Especially
same.
Oh, you short. Oh, I'm short. People got a nerve to put their head on me. You know what I mean? Like, it made me so mad. Like, but this is what God wanted for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Like,
I mean, I'm not the tallest guy.
They don't make us any less than.
And you hear a lot of like, oh, you gotta be like a lot of women. Oh, you gotta be over 6 feet.
Yeah.
I'm like, you only 5 feet. Shut up. You know what I mean?
No,
like
for real.
when it comes to love, like doesn't matter what height you are. You know?
Exactly. Like it really don't. That's how you know. Like when it come with superficial shit.
Exactly.
Nah, you come in with like check marks. Like you gotta have you vain, like shallow. Like that. Love is not proud. Love is not arrogant. That's
so we had to take a break. You know.
Definitely.
Get us some Red Bull. Get some energy. Because talking about self-love and delivering this message to you guys can be exhausting, you know.
You know you ain't tired.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a great topic to
Underrated.
Underrated, yeah, and underrated, and it needs to be spread. Like more people need to hear this. More people need to.
Do you agree that you think that this should be like a course for every like grade? You feel me? Self-love should be it's a priority.
Yeah,
What you think? I mean,
because
they always
it
got all this
will
other
get you
stuff,
if you
you know?
if you learn this at a younger age.
The better you are.
Imagine how much trouble you'll get out of like
Absolutely.
all the wrong.
Yes.
You get out of the wrong path. You know, you
Yes.
start like going towards like doing things for the right reasons
Right
instead of like,
reason, for you.
oh, I'm gonna get into this gang, and then like I'm speaking for like the youth, like the
Right,
violence
yeah.
going on.
Oh my God, I'm scared to go to the park. They might shoot me.
Yeah, you can even go to the arcade.
Tyler
to the
come up like,
movies.
Yo. Yeah, I'm like, hey.
You can't even go to the movies.
Oh no movies now. It's like
Yeah.
no. But all jokes aside, like I just feel like I don't know. Don't be afraid to love yourself, but don't be selfish about it. You know what I mean? Some people walk around and say, I love myself, so they don't want to like consider nobody else's feelings and they arrogant. That's not self-love. Self-love is not arrogance. It's not conceit. You know what I mean? It's not proud. It's a healthy thing. You know what I mean? Anything that we preaching about is good for you and good for others.
And self-love is being honest to yourself. Like if you feel lost, if you feel like despair, like it's okay. Like it's
Still
basically
love yourself, yeah. Do it all. Love yourself. Do it.
being honest about it. Like like maybe you don't have anyone around you where you can open up and is where it can help you. And I mean, a lot of us don't, you know. And we need. That's why I mean we're here. We're here for people like that you want. Like if you want to talk to anyone,
Definitely.
because we've been through some shit.
Absolutely. And you're worth it. You're worth it. We don't never invalidate your struggles, your trials and tribulations, what you've been through. Don't let nobody invalidate that. Sometimes people be like, oh, that's what you've been through. I've been through worse. Well, that's you. That's you, baby. This is my struggle. You know what I mean? We all struggle, and you're worth it. You're worth healing. You're worth loving. So.
And no matter what, you gotta do the inner work sooner or later.
Yeah.
And the sooner the better. Trust me.
Stop worrying about how y'all look.
My damn 20s were fucking ways because I didn't know how to.
It wasn't no ways. Look what
I learned
he became. Look what he became, and he's still growing.
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't know. Huh?
We both are.
Yeah. There you go. But I'm just saying, like self-love never ends. It goes.
Yeah.
As long as you live.
Focus on figuring out how to love yourself, like whatever you are. Like you might be short, you might be a little overweight, it doesn't matter, like because there's no such thing as perfect anyway.
You're gonna be exhausted trying to be
that perfect image is a marketing technique by that, so they can sell more makeup, so they can sell more like
robber asses, basically.
Stuff.
Robber asses, schemer asses.
Oh, I want to have that perfect nose. Oh, we want to have that skin tone.
Perfect body. Whole
perfect
time
body.
You feel like trash. You look perfect, but you feel
that
horrible.
Supreme brand, like these, they're gonna want me because I got all this.
Gucci.
Yeah.
Louis. Like that don't make
you don't need that. Just go TJ Maxx.
Man, go to Walmart. They be having the best
Walmart got some
flannels.
nice
If you like
stuff.
Fear of God flannels, you gonna like Walmart flannels. I'm up for the debate. If you like Fear of God flannels, you gonna love Walmart flannels for $8.99. Stop playing.
Real talk. You can find some stuff.
Thank me later.
At
Thank
Five
me
Below
later.
too.
I love a dollar store.
At the end of the day, it's just the same garment. They just put a different sign on it. You know what I mean? That's all. It doesn't matter what you wear. Like even though you can look clean, you can still look clean.
Stop,
It's okay.
Stop,
it's okay. Yeah.
Stop.
All right. But yeah, this is the message that we got for you. Just self-love is important. So if you hear this, like reflect on it and start the journey.
Right.
All right. I think we're gonna wrap it up. We
Wrap
had a
that
great
up.
conversation with Sottie. Thank you for coming through.
Man. Had to.
Yeah.
It's only right.
All right. So till next time.
Till next time. Be safe. Self-love. Love yourself.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. So
Hell yeah.
hopefully you like it when you put it together.